to you. We'll go back to vertical. Yeah, 909 AI 682 up here in the Lucerne Valley. Dive your duck. Again, Bob.
1211 0630.
Oh yeah, he's hearing you. He's answering you. Yeah, Bob, they got you on the log. Ed, they got you on the log. And what Bob was saying, 1211 was saying he made a whole bunch of contacts on 10 meters all over the world. He's hooked. He's got the needle in his arm. All right, Bob, you're on the list there. You copy? On the beam and stuff, he's pointed out east of there, so your better bet is when you're on the vertical, net control on the vertical there, copy? All right, no problem. All right, folks, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
thing. We get them at Costco. Yeah, I think you get a couple of them in the box. It's got maximum amount of pepperoni and sausage, and it's really good. We doctored up with some good old pineapple. Yeah, we throw bell peppers on there. You know, we keep them frozen and cut them up as necessary, and maybe a little onion or something. But yeah, they're good, good pizzas.
No, Dale's full. He went home with a big belly.
Yep, stay away from that tonight. Forgive me. The back of the antenna usually works pretty good. Looking for any chickens in San Diego. This is Whiskey 6 Papa Mike Delta. W6PMD looking towards San Diego.
Good evening, Pat. W6PMD, KM6SIR, number 432.
Hey, 432. How's it going there, Rob? Good to hear you.
Oh, going pretty good, I guess. I'm barely getting you in here, but good copy. Yeah, only thing I heard on that was 432, but I think you got me. Thank you.
Hi there.
I am. And let me try Rob real quick. I heard him come in pretty strong here. 432 KM6SSR. I mean, SRR. You still copy?
I hear you in there, Rob. What else you hearing?
I think I heard Rick calling in there. KB6RQU. Is that you, Rick?
Yeah, this KG6USS up here in the high desert. I'm going to have to turn my antenna toward you, though. So, yeah, you came in there real strong there for a minute, so, Rob.
Okay, John, I heard you that time. KG6USS, KM6SR, number 432. I just checked in with Pat, so I should be there already.
All right, Rob, I'm going back to Ned on the vertical here. We'll get that all cleared up and get up your way. KG6USS. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
He's really weak, isn't he?
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if something wrong with my station, because Pat was real weak, too.
Try it again.
Sounds good over here, Rob. KJ6TY.
Thank you, Ron. Got you checked in there, old 1009.
Roger, roger. Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Kilo Golf what?
Good evening, Daryl. Good evening, Ron. K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters. Beaming south, looking for KG6USS or KB6RQU or N6SWR.
KK6ZKE 704.
Well, I'm looking for you too, Terry, but I don't need to call you that hard, do I?
No, you're really loud and clear.
Japan Mike Juliet. Japan Mike Japan. Down in San Diego. You copy KG6 High Desert?
I think John must have been up this way just for a second, and he'll probably come back. He's sure been missing him. KB6RQU, N6SWR. Ben, are you down there?
Yeah, I can hold that. Well, that's the 1048 down there in San Diego. Those are 831 up there in the high desert. You copy?
831 in the high desert. You're very weak tonight, but we got you. 847. I mean, 847. Number 47, John, 47. KG6USS, K6MYC. Over. I don't know whether he came back for sure or not. I heard him come back, but I didn't hear what he said.
Mike down there, over there in the valley, was hearing me pointing. I'm pointing south into San Diego, and he's answering me here on the vertical, on the horizontal point of view down south there.
Well, let's see here. Who else do we have in the San Joaquin Valley? No Ben, no Rob, no no John down there in the high desert. Who else do we have? We got Ron. Good evening to you, Ron 1009. I heard you talk. Who were you talking to when I first walked in, Rob?
Yeah, I was talking to John, KG6USS.
Oh, so he was the first check-in, was he?
I talked to Pat first.
Okay, let me write down 58 too then. Okay.
6QNY. Good evening, fellas.
Say it again.
KG6QNY 1091.
Good evening, Marcus. You're booming in here, KM6SR.
Well, I hope I am.
That's KG6USS 831 over here in the high desert. Looking for check-ins over there in the valley. I heard Mike, and I got you, Rob. How you doing?
I'm fine. Now you're much better when you went horizontal and turned this way. John, good evening. K6MYC 47. We might have one or two others, so stand by.
I am standing by.
Anybody else for John down there in the high desert? KG6USS is standing by.
Hey, 164, got you out there in California City. Thanks for checking in. I'm standing by, Mike. Anybody else out there in your neck of the woods? I'm hearing you on every freaking place I'm turning this antenna to. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd say the conditions are pretty good. It didn't look like it at first, but I think you were vertical, or at least you're turned away from us. But now you're very, very good copy, John. Good signal, and thank you very much. I'm sorry we're a little light here. People just getting started with the evening here. I'm not sure if there was a game on or something that might be slowing things up, but we don't have our big guns in here yet.
Hey, you don't have to apologize to me. I've been playing with this doggone radio the antennas for the last couple of weeks, trying to get everything working again. Some, I don't know what happened. Everything went red on me. But looks like we got it all back and under control there. Copy?
I think you had some coax fitting problem and stuff. So, yeah, I'm glad you got it going. Sounds good. Over to you, Rob, for a final to John.
Hey, good to hear you in there, John. Yeah, you sure came up a lot when you changed over there. I checked in with Pat also, so you guys can figure it out. I think KM6SR, number 432.
Yeah, it does get confusing, don't it? All right, Rob, have a good one. KM6SRR and K6MYC. Mike, y'all have a good one and stay safe out there for the whole week ahead. We'll catch you later. Bozo 831, KG6USS High Desert 73.
73, John. We got you checked in here, too.
Okay, looking for WA60YB, K6MTS, K6MI, K6USY, and 1100 Brittany. He must be here somewhere, or is he on vacation this week?
I think he may be going on vacation. I heard him on the Fresno Net, and he was heading back home after a Halloween church event.
Yeah, maybe he's en route somewhere. Okay. I'm surprised we don't have Ben in here. Ben's been pretty reliable since he got things fixed. But he's not this evening, and we hear I haven't worked Rick. KB6RQU now for a couple of weeks. He missed 432 last week. And here we are again on a new start, and he ain't there yet. So we can go over to a Tascadero, and maybe we'll get some other check-ins while we're doing that.
Whiskey 6 Pop Echoes here.
858.
Okay, I hear you, Mike. We have 6PE up there in Oakhurst, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Yep, I heard you in there. I figured I would give a shout.
All right, well, you already had 10:30, right?
All right, very good. I'm going to go toward a Tascadero, but we still should hear you. In any case, you're sounding quite good this evening.
Hey, good evening, Eddie. KE6BK. We got you checked in there, 858.
All right, thank you, Rob. You guys take care. We'll get you back maybe Wednesday there early. KM6SRR and K6MYC, KG6BK. 73, guys.
Yeah, good evening, Eddie. Good signal, KE6BK. Go ahead, Rob, K6MYCs. Thank you, Eddie. Good evening.
My pleasure.
Yeah, Eddie, we'll probably see you tomorrow night on the Aries Nets there. So, hey, thanks for being there. And I guess you're checking in early now, huh?
Well, when I can, I will check in early. Normally, I don't get home till after 8 on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. So, yeah, but tonight we got out a little bit early, so I was able to come in here and get checked in. Over.
All right, that sounds good. We got you. And then we don't have to go looking down there after the net for you. Thank you. KE6BK, KM6SR. We'll be back to net.
7-3, Eddie. Got me just in time. We were just about to go to our Tascadero here, rotating to 210 for a Tascadero here. Here it comes. Oops, going the wrong direction. Better go the right direction. Push the right button, Mickey. Push the right buttons, and then it'll go in the right direction. I was on last night on 40 meters, and I was on today working on 10 meters. The contest was gangbusters. There we are to 210. A lot of signals on 10 meters today. Worked all kinds of people. I didn't do it on 10. I worked a lot of people on 40, but certainly a good contest. And it was nice to have good conditions. I think everybody's going to have some big, nice scores. We'll find all about all that with N6RO in a few minutes here. Okay, down to you, Ron, W6QUI. W6QUI. K6MYC in the group, over.
K6 K6USY.
Hi there, K6USY at 1100. Gotcha.
Yep. Took the kids out to the trunk or treat at the church tonight and back in the shack. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Hey, Mike, let me try for Rick one more time. KB6RQU, old Bozo 61. Are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KB6RQU, KM6SRR with K6MYC. Standing by. Oh, didn't hear anything, Mike. Okay, over to Tascadero.
Well, I'm not hearing a Tascadero either. W6QUI, W6 Queen Uniform Italy in a Tascadero, K6MYC, Central California, Delta Mike 07, Bozo Net, Northern California Bozo Net calling, W6QUI, a Tascadero, K6MYC in the group, calling and listening.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC, W6QUI, over.
Gotcha. Gotcha, 1055 there. Good to hear you, Ron. And pretty nice signal this evening. Are we ever going to hear Eric again in the next century? Over.
I don't know. He's got some interesting projects going on at home and keeps him busy. And it's cold and dark up here now with the seasons changing, so probably won't see him up here too much.
Well, you're supposed to be all done with those projects so you can be in the house when it's cold and dark.
He's in the shop in the garage, I think. Yeah, he's building a new bench to put all the radio gear in, so he's pretty involved in that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll hear him one of these days there. Good to hear you. Let me shoot it over to Rob here, and he'll say hello to you. We're a little light on check-ins here this evening, but we thought we'd get over your way. KM6 Sugar Radio in the group, K6MYC.
Hey, good evening, Ron. W6QUI, KM6SRR. Good to hear you in there. Sounding good tonight.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, you sound great over here. You always put in a good signal, so we have a good pass. So hope things are going well for you.
Oh, yeah, I guess getting some work done outside. Had nice weather. How's your weather over there?
The nights are terrible. They're cold and damp, and we get fog, real thick fog every morning, and it dissipates, and we have beautiful weather all day.
All right, that seems like the summer weather over there. I remember when I went to Cal Poly, it would be foggy in the morning, and the sun would come out, and that's over here in the valley. It'd be nice and hot.
We're supposed to be in fall, but I think it thinks it's summer again.
All right, good to hear you there. Thank you, Mike. KM6SR, back to net.
All righty. And by the way, Rob, my Bozo number is 47. Everything in my life seems to be revolve around 47. The cookies you brought the other night lasted 47 milliseconds. Over.
Yeah, boy, that's a record for you, huh?
Yeah, and I only got one. They vaporized before I even got the box open.
Well, I had to test a few there, so it started out a little on the light side, I think.
Okay. I got a broken piece and a whole cookie, and that was all that was left when I got to it.
Ah, you got a cookie monster over there. Well, we'll have to figure out something here and let you know only about it.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, thanks for the thought. We did enjoy the cookie. It was the last one, too. The main box, we normally get some shopping done by Matt this week, but he didn't get to the shopping tour, so we ended up short some of the accoutrements and the snacky poos. Anyway, Ron 73s, we'll see you We'll see you on Wednesday night, it just must be the 5th Sunday, 5th Wednesday of this month, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be here Wednesday.
Okay. 7-3, and try to stay warm over there. We lit the fire tonight for the first time. I thought, well, it isn't that cold, but I think I'll just light it, and maybe it'll start the procedure. And a hell of a time. That thing did not want to start. I had cleaned it all out. When you clean the fire out and it's ice cold in there, I had just nothing but paper in there, and even the paper didn't want to burn. I kept starting the paper. It would just turn to a charcoal and blow out. But I finally got it going, and now it's pumping out heat quite nicely. So it took a while, but we got some nice dry oak and stuff in there, so it's cooking now. Anyway, good evening, W6QUI, K6MYC, standing by for any others on our way to Santa Cruz.
Okay, very good. Good evening. 7-3 to everybody over there. Catch you on Wednesday. 6QUI clear.
K6BBG 971.
Okay, K6BBG 971. We have you, Dave, and you're sounding good. It's cooled off out there. Are you happier now?
I feel about the same. Yeah, but it sure did cool off in the last couple of days.
Well, it didn't do much different here. I mean, I think the overall daytime temperature today still got to 70 or a little bit more, so we can't complain. Just a few days before November, and we're still next week. It's supposed to get warm up and almost 80 again.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see, huh?
As long as it doesn't do it too radically, the up and down swing of 10 degrees or so is tolerable. Anyway, good evening to you. And I'm pointed towards Santa Cruz, so let's see. By the way, the other night when you took off, you were being heard by 3 or 4 people over there, even into Fred. Fred could copy you. KD6SOK could hear you, and there was somebody else over there that reported hearing K6VBG, but you were on a phone call. So next week, pay attention. Your 432 system is really reaching out. Over.
Hi, Roger. Yeah. Yep, I will. And I don't even have the big antenna up there yet.
Well, what do you got up there? You got one of our little ones?
Yeah. That's that little one. But I've got the big one sitting here in the box.
Well, it doesn't radiate well in the box.
Yeah, I know, but it needs a bigger amount of everything, you know. And I just can't. That tower needs to come down, and the bigger one needs to go up. So when I get around to that, then I'll get all those big antennas up there.
What's the one you're using currently?
What, the tower?
No, the antenna on 432.
Oh boy, I don't remember off the top of my head. It's about 11 feet long.
Okay, well that would be an 18, 440-18 probably.
Yeah, 432-18 or something like that.
And what's the new one?
Well, that's a much longer boom, 30-foot boom.
432 13WL.
Yeah, that could be it.
And it is a big one, yes. You'll be reaching clear out to Hawaii with that one.
Well, that's the idea, you know. If I'm going to put something up there bigger, it's going to be much bigger, you know. Yeah, I'm also worried about the rotor that I have. I might have to upgrade that at the same time.
Oh, no, that doesn't, there's no weight to that antenna. It'll rotate easily.
Yeah, but by the time you get the 1296, the 432, the 2 meter, the 6 meter, the tri-bander on there, and that 40 dipole, that'll need a bigger rotor.
What do you have now?
The Yaesu G800.
I think that's adequate.
I don't know.
That's a pretty darn small rotor.
Well, there's a lot smaller ones. I have a 400 here, and it's turning 4 of the 18s, a 220, and a 6-meter. So it's not having any trouble. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it'll be different once I get it supported inside the tower. Also, right now I'm supported, on the outside of the tower, and it's a lot of load for it.
Yeah, that's where it's really hard on the rotator. Once it's inside the tower, it'll be a lot easier, and that won't be any stress on that rotor to turn it. All righty. Well, let's see if the boys over there in Watsonville and Santa Cruz are there. KW6S, K6MYC. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. Oh, it's another one of those light Sundays, Rob.
Yep, they're getting ready for the time change next week.
For what?
The time change.
Oh, I don't think that's keeping them off of here. It's probably getting ready for Halloween and getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Watching football games.
Now, what happened in the World Series today?
It's a down day, a travel day. They'll be up to on Monday, tomorrow.
So where does it stand game-wise?
They both have won.
Okay. All righty. One more call before we go to the Bay Area. KW6S or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. Okay, we'll have to come back and get them later. Okay, here we go into the Bay Area then. 280. How about Bay Area? Bay Area, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
KV6PA.
Well, hi there. By golly, Oliver, you've been on a trip for quite a while. Good to hear you. Big, strong signal here. KV6BA 900. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Had a great weekend in Tucson, Arizona last weekend at the microwave conference. Went up on top of Mount Lemmon, 9,000 feet, and worked people on the millimeter wave bands all the way down up to Phoenix, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, all of 10 miles, huh?
About a little over 200 kilometers between Tucson and Phoenix, basically.
Yeah. What is that, 80 miles or so?
Maybe a little over 100 somewhere, maybe 120.
Oh, that's pretty good, though. Who knows? I'm just pulling your chain there. Well, glad to have you back. We've been missing it. Been a lot of pretty light check-ins from the Bay Area. You guys are not, you didn't leave it in capable hands, I guess, because hardly anybody checked in. One night we only had 2.
Yeah, well, I may watch the World Series, but I don't have television, so I have to figure out a way to do it. But anyway, things have stabilized. I've got projects, but my traveling is done for a while.
Well, I can figure out how to get TV for you. You go down to the store that sells those things, those TV things, and you walk in and you pick one you like, and you go over and say, I want that one, and they say, open your wallet, and they take all your money. And they say, where would you like us to deliver it? And you said, no, I got to save money. I'll take it home myself. And then I think you can probably hook up the feed line. I think you can probably do that with all of the microwave experience. And you can turn it to a channel, and by golly, you'll see pictures. Over.
Yeah, well, I'm lazy. I'd much rather watch over the internet. I haven't had a TV antenna in probably 30 years. So it's available on the internet. I just have to find a way to pay someone to subscribe to something.
Okay. I'm sure you'll find a way. All righty. Let's see who else is in here with you in the Bay Area tonight. KB6BA booming in, K6MYC.
KA6UYH.
AA6UYH. Good evening, Chris. I forgot your number, though. Well, what is it, 1220?
No, 1226, I believe, is what it was.
Yeah, as soon as I said 1220, I knew it wasn't enough. and then 1226 dropped into my brain. Okay, we'll see. It takes a while for you to check in 2 or 3 times, and I start to put it together here. Anyway, good to hear you. Booming signal over here. And it's just an amazing signal considering I assume you're still vertical, huh?
Roger on that. And Mike, you're doing really well. But I have a question for you. What type of antenna are you running on Tuesday nights at 6 meters? I can't work you.
On 6 meters on Monday night. Well, no wonder you can't work me on Tuesday night because I'm on Monday. I'm on Monday night starting about 8:15. It's a 9-element M-squared Yagi at 100 feet on a 50-foot boom. Over.
All right, Roger. Is it just a narrow beam width on this thing, on that particular antenna? Because you're doing really well on the 2 meters, you're doing the heavy lifting for me on 2 meters. But anyway, you usually do the heavy lifting for me anyway. But for some reason, 6 meters on Monday night, I can't. I didn't even hear you last week.
Did you hear other stations?
Yeah, I can hear a few other stations, but not a lot, obviously.
Okay, what are you using for an antenna on 6?
It's an off-center fed dipole that's 6 through 40.
Yeah, well, you may not have a lobe off of that dipole. On 6 meters, it's got multiple lobes, and you may have us right in a null or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Is it up 20 feet or higher?
Yes, it is. It's on the peak of the roof. It's about a foot maybe above the peak of the roof. So the roof is roughly about 20, give or take a little bit.
Okay. Well, you might just stick up a dipole or a quad loop. A typical quad loop for 6 is real easy to build and easy to feed. So a quad loop would do it, and that's still very inexpensive for you to put together. And just beam it broadside east-west, and that should cover you. But, no, you should hear us. I run 1,500 watts. So if you're not hearing it, it's just it's a limitation of your antenna and perhaps the height of it being awful close to the roof for 6 meters. Over.
All right, understood what you're saying. But I would still be able to receive you even if I can't transmit to you, correct?
Well, the pattern's the same, transmit, receive. So if you've got a null in your transmit pattern or in the receive pattern, you're going to have the same null when you transmit. It would only change if you moved frequency. So you may just have a very sharp pattern null there. You could try reorienting the dipole, changing the tie position on one end or something. But my guess is you'd be better off with just a straight dipole or a quad loop. Very simple to build. And so that would get you a proof of the pudding to see that you should be able to hear me. I work people over there with whole loops. Over.
All right, I understand what you're saying then. I didn't think the node would affect receive, but you're saying it affects receive as well. Okay, so Monday night I'll try it with the vertical, which I don't know if I'll be able to get out, but at least then I don't have to worry about orientation on it. So we'll give it a try.
Yeah, well, you do very well with the vertical on 2, but that may be meaning because we got a funny bounce or something, because you're way stronger than you should be for vertical polarity. But it may work on 6, but we can't guarantee that. It's worth a try, and maybe you'll hear other people. Where are you exactly in the Santa Clara Valley?
I'm actually in San Jose. I don't know if you're familiar with Saratoga and 280. I don't know how familiar with the area you are here.
Well, I used to live in Saratoga, so I know Quito Road and all that stuff. Over.
Roger. Okay, so I'm about 5 minutes south, 5 minutes north of that, actually, to be honest with you. So I'm at Saratoga and 280 side.
Well, you're way out in the clear, so you should not have any blockage. So it should work fine. The only problem would be this pattern null that we talk about. So, yeah, that's just anything else that you can hook into. See if you can hear a signal. That would be the key. But I should be there tomorrow night with bells on, starting about 8:15. I think last week we got going about 8:10, sometimes as late as 8:30, but 8:20 is about it typically. I'm not pointed your way to start with, so that may be the other factor. Because of the way I run the net on all the other frequencies, I always end up doing Nevada last, which means I keep the boys in Nevada up late. So because I can do it, I change that and I start in the direction of Nevada, which is due north here, to give them a break. That way they can work me on 220 and then they go right over and I can work them on 6 in just a few minutes. Wait an hour for me to come up. So I'll start north and work through Sacramento and then down to Vacaville area, Oakley and Vacaville, and then I'll be right into the Bay Area. So should be getting to you at about 8:45, over.
All right, roger, Mike. Well, I'll give you a try tomorrow night and see if I can work you. I'll do it on the vertical then and see if that helps a little bit. That way I don't have to worry about orientation or nulls. Again, you're going to do the heavy lifting for me, but that's expected on my end.
Yeah, well, here's what I suggest is you set it up so that if nothing else, you can change the coax connectors quickly. So if you hear nothing on the dipole, then switch to the vertical, set it up so maybe you can throw a little antenna switch in the line and just go big pop and see if that makes any difference. It may not help, but that may give you an idea how bad the dipole is, because it seems like there should be some propagation. I suspect that part of it's timing and part of it's propagation and your pattern with the dipole. So much for that, Chris. Good luck, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Thanks for checking in here. K6 UYH, K6 MYC, now looking for other check-ins in the Bay Area.
W6 PQL.
I heard W6 PQL. I did not hear the other one. Who was the other one? Okay, boy, you're weak for a... I must be running low power again, Jim. Anyway, let me shoot it to you while I have you, and I'll see if I can find a peak on you, and then we'll come up and peak on Jim there. WB6JNN, take it, K6MYC. Jim, WB6JNN, go ahead, go ahead. Wow.
Got a copy on him, Mikey?
Oh, he's just virtually gone. I can't get a word out of him. I heard him in there just at the end, just as you picked it up here, but nothing before that. Not a thing. Did not hear him come back at all. So something's not right on his end. I think he's probably transmitting into the wrong antenna or something. He's been doing a lot of changes, and maybe he's got the feed lines intertwined or something. He's way down. He's even below what he was running when he was running 10 watts, so something's wrong. W6PQL, pick it up, K6MYC.
Okay, hang on just a second, Mikey. Jim, did you have something you wanted to pass along to Mike? Okay, I'll pass that along. Yeah, Mike, he's on his 5 element, but it's pointed at the sky. It's the same problem that he had, so I don't think you've got any kind of any prayer of hearing him. So he'll catch it tomorrow. K6NYC W6PQL.
Why? He must have 2 antennas. Is this the Oscar antenna? Something wrong with the one that's normally on the horizon?
Yes, I believe that's the case.
Okay. I can tell he's in there. I hear every word, but I can't get any of it. He's about 10, maybe 6 to 10 dB below Q3, and you're about 50 dB stronger. Over.
Okay, well, I've got an antenna pointed right at you, of course, and a bit more power. Jim is limited to being barefoot there. On most bands, although he's got some amplification, at least on 1296, I think, and possibly on 432. I'm not sure about 432. But once he gets his 2-meter antenna squared away, with his 9700, he can run about 100 watts, and that'll probably help out. I got nothing to add here, Mike. Good weekend here. Just working, that's all. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, very good, Jim. By the way, we've been enjoying the audio CDs that we got. The guy that was here about 3 weeks ago and ran the contest here sent me a tape of the new book by John Kennedy, How to Test for Stupid and Fail, or something like that, in Washington, D.C. It's a crack up. It's really a good tape, and it's being an audio tape. It's in his particular Louisiana twang in it, and boy, it really makes it good. It's also a wonderful history lesson because he goes through it very definitively by timeline from back in the 80s when he got involved in he got to be a lawyer first. And then he went into politics and worked for government, Romer, and so on, and gradually worked his way to a state treasury, head of the Louisiana State Treasury Department, and got into politics and got into teaching because he was really concerned about the teaching and the kids not learning how to talk and how to add up 2 and 2 and get to 4 and all that sort of stuff. And he found out it was a complete disaster even in the 80s and the 90s. So he started to make changes in the Louisiana rules about teaching and all that stuff. So he was aware of our educational problem many years ago. But it's really an educational tape along with being extremely funny and entertaining. Over.
Are you talking about John Kennedy?
Yeah, John Kennedy, yes.
Yeah, he's fun to listen to. Quite a character. Okay, we'll catch you later.
Alrighty. See you tomorrow night. And can you copy K6 UYH there at your location? I'm pretty sure you set him up originally, didn't you?
I'm not sure if I did, but I can copy him over here, sure.
Okay, because he's running vertical. And he said he just couldn't find a trace of me on 6 meters. So maybe on Monday night, tomorrow night, you can help him. If you hear him at all on 6, see if he can hear anybody, and you might give a call to him and see if he's out there and can hear you. He's trying to receive on an off-center fed 40-meter dipole, but he's going to also try his 6-meter vertical tomorrow night. But he just couldn't hear a trace of my 1,500 watts and 12 dB D antenna 100 feet over here. So it seems kind of strange that I can't get any signal to him at all in the Bay Area. I suspect a pattern null on the 40-meter dipole. Over.
Well, that could be. I have trouble with my 40-meter loop on 6 meters. I can hear in some directions, but not all of them. Off the ends, it doesn't work well at all. So, okay. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. My Moxon is pointed at you, and the back of it's on him, so that'll cut the signal considerably, but I'm pretty sure I'll still hear him.
Well, the back of it shouldn't be on him. He lives in Saratoga, just around 280, where Keto Road hits 280. I don't know if you know where that is, but he's out in the middle of the valley there, quite a ways from the hills and stuff. Over.
Yeah, that's even worse. The side of it will be on him, and that's where the big null is.
It is a side, yeah. You're definitely got the side on him over there, no question. All righty, let you go, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But I was stunned when he said he couldn't hear a trace of us And I was thinking maybe he just didn't listen at the right time because I don't get over there till about 8:45 or so. Anyway, 7-3, Jim, and good evening to you. Now, we should have some others checking in. How about AB6SR, WA6AXX? We got KB6BA in here tonight. How about WB6WNI? Gary, are you here?
Copy, B6, Cheyenne Peak. 775.
Okay, got you, Dane. Hang on a second. 107. Who was the other one? Had a 9. Go ahead. Who was the other station that checked in? Over.
775.
Oh, 775. Okay. You got a good signal. I don't know what's happened to Gary. He was very reliable and very regular. Maybe he's on a trip or something, because he's been missing the last couple of check-ins. Anyway, good evening to you, Mike. A good signal over here from Daly City. Imagine it's warming up over there as you approach winter, huh?
Roger. It is currently 58 degrees.
Oh, boy. Well, I wouldn't call that warm, but it doesn't freeze, make icicles hang off your ears anyway.
Don't usually get icicles over here.
Well, we had a nice 70, 71, 72 here today at the peak, so it's pretty nice. I'm sitting here with the garage door open, and it's coolish, but not too cool. Not bad. I don't even have the heater on in here. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for checking in. I missed you, I think, on 432, and we missed you on 1296. I think you were in there on 1296, but we never heard you. So I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully we'll hear you tomorrow, maybe on 6 meters. Who knows? And 1296 on Tuesday. Good evening, Mike. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, now standing by for any other check-ins in the Bay Area.
Kilo Echo 6 Quebec Romeo Bozo 177.
Yeah, 177, got you, Gary. 177 KE6QR, good signal. I'm not pointed at you quite, but quite copyable. Did you have fun in the contest?
Yes, I spent about 2.5 hours on it and worked 31 different countries, I believe. I'm going to have to look at my list. I had it all here. But anyway, we only made about 76 contacts, but I was just elated with the great propagation on 10 meters. I really left 10 meters, and I was able to work a couple stations in Africa from over here, and a lot of different prefixes out in the Pacific. So it was a lot of fun. Back to you.
Yeah, I worked a little bit on 40 meters on Saturday night. I sat there and ran up and down the band and worked every station that I could copy. It was so heavy a QRM area that the copying the call signs, they were loud enough. Everybody was 10 over 9 to 20 over 9, but they were also pound 3 and 4 deep. But I worked everybody, probably 10 or 15 stations on 40. And the pleasure of that was getting them on the first call every single time. Sometimes they didn't get the complete call, but they came back to me after the first call in every case. So I can't complain. Station works, but it was just terrible to try and dig them out of the QRM area. I did work 10 meters today. I worked a couple of stations on 10, and it was gangbusters in all directions. And so I didn't stay on very long, but I was there for a few minutes just to see see if the antenna was calibrated, and it was. I was out of calibration at first, and I hear this Hawaii station in S9, so I called him and worked him, and then I thought, what's wrong here? And I recalibrated, turned around on him, and I called him again. I said, this should be better, and he's, oh yeah, it's 20 over. So it was a fun day. KE6QR, K6MYC. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I guess you faded out there. Yeah, that was pretty interesting information about the contest here. Yeah, I'm taking off on another RV adventure, so I'll be away from the net for a couple of weeks, but we will be back towards the end of November.
Yep. You are down. All of a sudden, the path just collapsed on us there. Okay, well, I'll let you go. I'm glad you had some fun in the contest, and I'm sure we'll find out what happened with N6RO. I'm pretty sure they must have had good success because the band sounded good on all the bands sounded good. Maybe even 160 and 80 were productive for them this time of the year. All right, 73 Gary, K6QR, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please come now.
KO226 is here. 1189.
Hi, Mario, and hello, Ken. 226 and 1189. Shoot it over to you, Mario, and then Ken can say hello to you as well. Ken, he is in Tulare, just near Patterson there. KO6IQR, K6MYC.
Hey, good evening, Mike. KO6IQR. No, just another beautiful night. Did a little bit of HF. Mostly 10 meters was crazy. I mean, the scope was lit up solid all the way across. It was amazing.
Yeah, a lot of signals, no question.
Yeah, but other than that, just another Sunday getting ready for work tomorrow, and hopefully we don't get a rain for a little while. We got some dirt work to do, and trying to take advantage of the little window we got.
Okay. My son Kenny is coming over here tonight. He's going east to visit his son. His son, my grandson, is working now in Tennessee. He decided to move out of California here a year or so ago, and I think he's bought a house now in Tennessee, so you got to go a long ways to visit him. Anyway, Kenny will be here, and I'll mention that I'd still like him to get over there and meet with you. So we'll see how that works out, but it won't be for a week or two when he gets back, perhaps. He's been kind of in a turmoil between jobs. I think I told you the company that he was working for lost a big contract, and they let him go. And then, of course, you would never know, but you never know when it's going to happen. Apparently, they got refunded, and they called him up and said, "We need you, have you back." So he's now probably in a quandary, trying to figure out who to go to work for. He's got several offers. And he's trying to also get some stuff done in his own shop there. So he's a busy boy. Anyway, maybe one of these days he'll get over there to see you. KO6IQR, and I'll turn it over to Ken. Ken, are you copying Mario there in Tulare?
Yeah, good evening, Mario. Yeah, no problem. I'm copying him fine. Yeah, and good evening to you and the rest of the gang around here. I just was able to get back out here, had some things I had to get done in the house. So anyway, I am here for the duration here, which isn't too much longer, I guess. WA60IB.
Okay, very good. For your information, Mario, Ken lives about 10 miles south of me here, 7 to 10 miles due south of me. We're about 20 minutes apart by driving time, or 25 minutes apart, but it's because the road don't go from him to me. You have to take a circuitous route. Hi. In any case, he's in the same area I am here. So there you go. Good evening, Mario, and we'll see you. Well, it was nice signal on 432 the other night, so nice to have that. You're working well on 432. Some of the other stations, I got another station that put up his whole 432 system. He can't hear anybody, nobody. He's got pine trees surrounding his house, big tall pines, 150 feet high, and apparently they are forming a gigantic shield around him. He's not hearing anybody. He can't even hear the local stations. So 432 can be a disaster, even if you live in a mountain area sometimes. KO6IQR for final, K6MYC.
All right, Mike. Yeah, I hear Ken loud and clear also. If he's over by you, then I'm pointed right at him. Same direction. So, yeah, Ken, forgot to call sign, but this is K06IQR Mario, and in Turlock, and Mike, K6MYC. Have a great evening, 7-3, K06IQR.
Yeah, I've talked to you before, and I was confused when he kept saying Tulare. No, I was figuring you're up there in that area. Yeah, you're up in Turlock, not Tulare. So, yeah, no problem at all. WA60IB. Good to hear you again.
I can't keep these towns straight in this valley.
Tulare to Turlock, it's all the same, Mike. Sounds good, and everyone knows what you mean.
N1 PPP, I hear you up there in Clear Lake. Let me come up your way. We're pretty close to you, but let me come up a little further. This should be better. Go ahead, Dave. Okay, N1 PPP 336, and maybe Kent, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dave.
Yes, I have Kent, KA6OSX, but I'm not hearing you here on this heading at all, but maybe you can tune it in a bit. It's a pretty nice evening out. It's raining here.
You're listening to the stream, Dave?
Yes, I am.
Well, you should see how strong you are on the stream. Listen to yourself.
Oh, yeah, I can hear myself on the stream now, much better.
I didn't move the antenna. This is where I went to when I started with you. Anyway, just the conditions. But you do not hear very well up there compared to what I hear here. You must have noise in your little Clear Lake area there, over. He's lost me again.
You have a lot of noise up here, but...
Okay. Well, I'll put Kent down also. Thanks very much for the check-in.
Hello up there, Dave, WA60IB. He faded out for me.
Boy, did he ever. That's Clear Lake for you.
WB6GGY, Bozo 884.
Yeah, good evening, Phil. Good signal. Not quite on you yet, but we're getting there.
Thank you, and very good evening to you and Ken. Copy both of you loud and clear. And WB6GGY will be standing by on the for a few here. WB6GGY.
Yeah, stand by a couple of minutes, Phil, and I'll get to you. I've got N6RO and a couple others in the San Joaquin, upper San Joaquin Valley to pick up here, and then we'll be right over in your direction. But good copy. Hang on a second. And I hope you had a good day in church and all there. We got to about 71, 72 degrees here today. Very nice and pleasant, but a little overcast from time to time. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to about Ken. N6OR and our N6RO. I'll get it right. N6RO, okay, 6MYC. Ken?
Okay, 6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. I don't know what the high temperature was. I slept all after doing 2 all-nighters in the contest. Dinner was, what was it? Cod, Pacific cod, and some kind of veggies. My brain is not here tonight. We had a good time in the contest. You want the numbers?
Yeah, sure. I got on 40 meters just for fun, a little bit on Saturday night, and worked 10 or 12 guys. I had to work more than one, otherwise you get just one guy that logs you, and they probably throw it out if they don't see it showing up in more than one log. So I worked about 10 guys and got through on the first call on every one of them, but that was a good confirmation that things are still working here on 40. And then I worked a little bit on 10. I think I worked 1 or 2 stations on 10 meters today just to take advantage of, make sure the antenna still worked and so on, and it did. So how did you guys do up there? Go ahead.
Yeah, the gross numbers, we had 8.5 million points, nearly 4,500 QSOs, 551 country multipliers, 169 zones, and 10 meters was the big band, 1655, and 144 countries, 39 zones. So we're still at the peak on 10 meters.
Yeah, 10. I could tell 10 meters was just very lively, very, very full of stuff. I can't even keep track of all the call signs, and the contest calls are so different sometimes I can't tell where I should be pointing when I heard the guys. So I worked a couple of guys, and then I got busy with other stuff. But yeah, it sounded like 10 was just gangbusters. So obviously it was, and you took advantage of it. Have any idea what your standing is over?
Well, hardly any results in yet. I think we'll make the top 10 in multi-multi with 8.5, but K3LR is up in the 33 million points. So it's a different world back there. I did all the 80 and 160 here, and it's very disappointing. Very hard to break into the Caribbean, and only had 27 JAs compared to 120 last year. So I was frustrated, put it that way. 40 through 10 were just really good numbers.
Yeah, sounded like it. Too bad you didn't do one on 160. I thought 160 and 80 would be good. The guys have been reporting very good long path on 80 and on 40, and I thought it might be the same way on 160, but apparently it wasn't. So I'm sorry that didn't work out well for you, but the 10 meter almost made up for it. Boy, oh boy. So what did you say? I heard K3LR on. I was going to work them just for fun. I don't know who was on the mic, but I didn't. But they were calling CQ on 40 for quite a while without a lot of takers because they had probably worked everybody by that time. What was their total score, did you say, and what was yours, over?
What was the question?
What was your score? You said you had 8 million points or something?
Yeah, 8.5 million.
And what do they have?
Oh, well, let's see. K3LR has not reported in, but he's had something like 30 million plus.
How do they get so many compared to you? Is it because they got lower bands?
Yeah, it's Europe. They probably had 3,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 Europeans, and we had about a couple hundred.
Oh, boy. I thought Europe was better than that. For me, on 40, I could just, everything in Europe was just coming in all the way from Russia all the way down to, I worked Charlie November in the Mediterranean and all the way up to Russia. That was just solid.
Yeah. Well, 40 was good for us. We had 98 countries there, 31 zones, nearly 800 QSOs, no, 700 QSOs. I don't know. It was a high band contest and an East Coast massacre.
Yeah. Okay, well, still a marvelous effort, and certainly some good scores, particularly from the West Coast. Hard to beat them when they got Europe like that, and they don't have to fight the QRM. All the QRM for me was in front of me, and it was terrible on 40. God, 3 and 4 stations piled one on top of the other calling CQ contest. It was horrible. I was having a real tough time getting their call signs out of Europe. A lot of 14, zone 14, 13, 12, 15, a lot of those guys. And we're zone 33.
Oh, yeah. I had good success in this 33 on 80 meters. My first QSO was CN3A. I got the EA8 and the CR6 and the CR3, and I had better success there than I did to the Caribbean.
Yeah, where is zone 33?
That's North Africa.
Oh, is it? Okay. That was the first contact I had. And I worked at, I don't know what the call was. And I did the work at Charlie November or something. And a bunch of other stuff, but I didn't even write the calls down. I just was sitting in there killing time waiting for Judy to get done with the dishes. But it was fun, and it proved the station still worked. If I had ears and eyes, it'd be helpful. I could do a lot better. I can't even read my frequency anymore. It's pretty awful. I'm really dropping the eyes. Vision is just going bad very, very quickly here.
So, still can drive, though. I'll have more comments tomorrow, I guess, when my brain sort of recovers. See you then, K3EST. N6RO.
Okay. 7-3, Ken, thanks for the update. Anybody else from this direction? How about KD6WVL? How about you, Larry? John?
KD6WVL. Bozo 1179. You're sounding good tonight.
So are you. Very loud. And did you work the contest at all?
No, I don't have any of the bands. My 6 meters is down, and I listened to 10 a little bit. It was pretty busy.
Well, 6 meters wasn't part of the contest. I guess it could have been, but I don't think anybody was doing anything on 6. It's basically an HF contest. It's CQ Worldwide.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why it was so quiet. But yeah, I listened to 10. It was pretty nice. I'm going to have to get something going on 10. Maybe I'll get something mobile going here.
Yeah, Ken had 1,680 contacts on 10 meters. That was their big one. It was wide open. I did get on 10 for a little bit just to prove my station still worked. I hadn't transmitted into the 10-meter antenna for the last couple of years even. So I thought I better see if it still was up there and working, and it was. I had to recalibrate the heading a little bit, but otherwise it was fine. And I got everybody I called on the first call, so I can't complain. 6 elements at 90 feet, and the kilowatt seems to make a big difference. Anyway, yeah, you'd have fun on 10. Don't wait too long, though. We won't have it for many more years here before it goes away, over.
Well, Roger on that. I hear you. All righty, I got to get out of here. My dinner's done, so I got to get down there before it gets cold. Thanks for the check-in. K6MYC, KD6WVL 73.
73, John. See you. How about anybody else? W6WZZ. Are you here, John? Anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley? K6MYC Bozo Net. Nothing heard. Let me go over towards Sacramento. And since I've got you already in here, make a short transmission, Phil, and tell me how the rest of your day went there. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to hear me worth a darn. I haven't been chasing you with the antenna. How's the copy there, Mike?
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, far better than where you were when you checked in, over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm still off of you just a little bit, but anyway, very good. Yeah, they went fine. No problem whatsoever. And we probably, I think we just about reached the end of that book that we've been. Well, Barbara says we have one more chapter, so there you go. Anyway, there you are. WB6GGY, and I'll toss it back over to you, Bozo 884.
Okay, yeah, I listened to Chapter 3 today. Chapter 4 is next, and it's queued up and ready to go. I don't know whether I'll listen tonight or not, but yeah, I find it to be very educational on top of funny and entertaining. I'm getting a lot of history put back in my brain that I'd forgotten timing-wise and who was doing what to who and when. Of course, it's slanted toward Louisiana, but he does open it up wide enough in broad terms to know what was happening, mentioning Clinton and not Clinton as much as Reagan and others. But yeah, you get a pretty good picture of history and refreshing names and stuff like that, and what happened. and how that Louisiana politics thing really works. That's quite a jumble of very harsh politics for all 4.8 million people in Louisiana. I thought that was interesting. And he sure has done some serious studying in his time. Anyway, thanks for your input, and you'd enjoy it if you heard it. Maybe I send you these discs after we're done, and you can listen to part of it. You don't want to listen to the whole thing, but you might get a kick out of just hearing, a chapter or so in his terms, in his voiceover.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'll contact the California State Library there and see if they've got a copy of it yet there. So anyway, very good, Mike. I won't hold it here any longer. And by the way, you and Ken, just absolutely fantastic copy. So WB6GGY.
Yeah, okay, very good, Phil. Ken, are you still here?
Yes, I am. Excuse me. Frogging myself. Good evening up there, Phil. WB6GGY, WA60IB. Good to hear you.
Good to hear you. Boy, what you two guys sound like KMJ coming through here. WB6GGY.
Well, that's good. All right. Well, you have a good week. Take care. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you in the morning, Phil.
Roger. WB6GGY, clear.
Let's see. How about KJ6KFB? Are you back from all your trips and stuff? Darren, KJ6KFB, over. No, Darren. How about KO6KD? How about you, Bill?
Yeah, Mike, KO6KD, Bozo 776. And I'll give you a little bit of chatter, see if you can get the antenna on me. You were peaking very nicely, and while you were talking to Phil, and good evening to him. I know he's pointed the other direction, so he's not hearing me. Good evening to Ken. He's a little light, but the band is up and down a little bit. So, okay, enough said. I'll just say good evening to both you guys. KO6KD, Bozo 776, checking in, checking out. We'll see you hopefully in the morning.
Very good. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, good evening up there, Bill. My antenna was way off. You're probably, am I a little better now?
Yes, I would say so, yes. You guys, both of you now are easily a 5 to a 10 dB over 9, and I'm not running preamp.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Good to hear you. You take care. Hope you're feeling well. WA60IB.
Well, I'm better than I was. 100% to me is about 40% for a normal person. But anyway, I'm doing much better, and I thank you for the concern. Also, I wish the best for you and Gwen. So 7-3. Perhaps we'll see you tomorrow. KO6KD.
Good night, Bill.
Good night, Ken.
Okay. And how about KR6MR? I'm going to bump a little bit your way, John. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC.
Evening, Mike, in the group, K6MYC. This is KR6MR, Bozo 759. Also checking in Dennis, WB6ISO, Bozo 086, over.
Yep. Okay, we got Dennis all checked in here. Did I hear you, George, AJ6, Queen Lima?
Yeah, that was me, AJ6. Good evening, Mike.
1031?
Correct, 1031.
Okay, we got you, George. Thanks for popping in quickly. Hopefully you're well. And thanks for getting in here. Okay, on Dennis, hopefully he'll get his stuff going here before too long. I guess what he finally said is, or what finally is happening is he's got something wrong with the tower. I think that's what you told me, but it was difficult copy the other day. So Dennis has got something wrong on the tower. Is that what's the problem, John, over?
As I was listening to Dennis talk to Darren and Bill, I think it was his splitter combiner had a leak in it.
combiner in the antenna, power divider?
Yeah, power divider.
Yeah, wrong terminology, same item, but yeah, power divider.
I'll be darned. What happened to that? I wonder, you could, with his 4 antennas, he could make one out of coax.
Well, that's for another day to talk about. I got a watt meter for 1.2.
That won't work, though. But you can make them out of quarter waves of 50 ohm cable is all you need. 2 quarter waves of 50 ohm cable, and with T's at each end and a T in the middle, and you've got a 4-port divider for 2 meters. So 2 quarter waves is all you need, and 3 T's. So they're pretty easy to make and not too hard to tune up on. They're not real critical on 2 meters. Anyway, maybe he'll. I think maybe the problem is he can't fix it himself because he can't get to it or something. I think that's more of it than anything. Anyway, hopefully he'll figure that one out. All right, thank you, John. And anything further from you, George, AJ6 Queen Lima, K6MYC?
Yeah, we just had a memorial service for my wife yesterday, so yeah, new chapter of life starts. But other than that, I'm doing well, and I hope you and Judy are doing well. Over.
We're hanging in there. We have our ups and downs, but we're doing fine. Thank you for asking. And you say you had the memorial for your wife today. Is that what you said?
Yeah, yesterday on Saturday we had it, and had a lot of good turnout, like over 100 people, which was nice. Over.
And that was nice. Very nice for so many to remember her lifetime. Very good, George. Well, as you say, it helps you move on to get that one behind you, and now you can start going ahead with the rest of your life without her. But unfortunately, that sometimes happens. I'm doing the same here, but luckily I got a partner now that's helping me get through that. All right. Thank you, George. Good evening to you. I'm going to take a look and see if we can get the Reading boys in here. I don't know what the propagation is like. It should be pretty good up that way. We're going to go to Get Reading. And we'll also listen for KW6T if you're there, Ryan.
KR6MR comment.
Comment, go ahead.
756. I'd get Darren first.
I hear Darren in there, 756. I'm not pointed at you, Darren, but I got you. I called you earlier, but hang on a second. We'll come back. Was that your comment, John, that Darren was in here?
Negative. My comment was I have a watt meter for 1.2 gig now.
Sorry, you have a something, and I didn't get it.
Watt meter for 1.2 gigs.
Oh, very good, very good. What is it? What did you end up with?
Heathkit, India Mike 4190.
Oh, okay. And so you're able to read pretty good power variation and up and down, and its accuracy is adequate, probably, huh?
Well, in the back of it, it's stenciled from Heathkit. Frequency range 100 to 1,000 megahertz. It works just fine on the 9700. Power levels forward are 30, 75, and 300, and reflected I can do 3, 7.5, and 30. So I basically have 6 watt meters.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I didn't even know Heathkit made one like that. This is an old unit, though, isn't it?
1980 time frame.
Yeah, way back there, but good stuff. Okay, and they probably took a little more care getting it calibrated, too. All right, well, good. Hopefully that'll help you sort out the issues there on 1296. Let me let you go and go back and have a quick word with Darren, and then we'll get the Reading fellows in here. KR6MR, K6MYC. See you tomorrow night.
Okay, 73 KR6MR.
And back over to you, Darren.
Well, good evening, Mike. I don't know. I must have been on QRP or something. Kilo Juliet 6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756. And yes, I am done with my trips for a little while.
Well, that's good. Maybe we'll see you on Tuesday night. It'd be good to hear you on Tuesday night on 1296 again. So hopefully that's all still working there. Very good. Good evening to you. And I did come through and call you, but I didn't expect you to be there tonight. But glad to hear you are back. Good strong signal once I got in your direction there. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Yeah, and otherwise nothing new to report. Just plugging along in the work front. What can I say? Had a nice, relaxing week off, and now it's back to the real grind. So I'll let you run back to net and catch up those further to the east, we'll call it. KJ6KFB.
Okay, very good. Let's see how Ken is still, if Ken's still there. You copying Darren okay there?
Yeah, I haven't moved the antenna, but he's in there okay. Good copy. Not a real strong signal, but good copy. WA60IB.
Okay, very good. There you go, Darren. Did you hear Ken okay?
Oh, yeah, and when Ken was pointing through me over there at Bill, boy, he was just booming in here. He outdid you.
Yeah, it's probably just up and down. There isn't that much difference. Only 3 or 4 different degrees difference between you and Bill normally. All right, take care. Thank you, and let's see if we can hear the Reading boys in here. Going a little bit further north for Reading. Reading, KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS. I wonder if you're there, Rich. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, over.
Okay, this here's KD6 Sugar Wave, and number 145. Kind of weak tonight, but how do you copy, over?
Yeah, Q5, not real strong, but you're Q5. Let's see, Ken, are you hearing Rich up there in Reading?
Just about. Just above the noise, but not enough to get everything.
Okay, well, he may come up for you. They come up and down a lot. Sometimes they roar in here. Let's shoot it over to Jerry and see if Jerry's there, and maybe he'll be on an upswing there. KO6HS also in the Reading area, but on the south end, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jerry. Oh, Jerry must be out for dinner.
410.
410. Good evening to you, Russ. Good, strong signal. Go ahead.
Oh, good evening, Mike and Ken, and I heard Darren and Bill and John, and George, heard George as well, so good evening, everyone, and good to hear you guys, and good Sunday night, and in fact, it's Mike, I was trying to figure out why you were not coming in very well. I forgot my antenna's 180 out, so I got to point back toward Reading to talk to you. So anyway, I just spent this morning doing AM on the old Johnson Viking 500, had a great time, and things working really well, and enjoyed that very much, and try to do some more of that this coming week. So anyway, that's all that's happening up here. Had the grandkids for about 5 days, and they were just picked up about a half an hour ago. They went back home with their parents, and everybody's happy, and we have 2 fewer dogs in the house and 2 fewer kids in the house. So with all that, we'll send it back to you, and hope you have a great evening. K6MYC from KW60.
Yeah, and the background noise is down probably 30 or 40 dB. Okay, very good. George was in here, and he said he had a memorial for his wife on Saturday this week, and they had 100 people there, so he was really pleased that had such a nice turnout. I don't know if George is still here, but you might want to catch up with him there. You want to give George a call, Russ?
I don't know, George, can you copy me? I don't have your call sign written down.
AJ6 Queen Lima, Alpha Juliet 6, Quebec, London.
Yeah, AJ6QL, KW6T.
I don't hear him now, so maybe he moved away. But he was in here. He usually checks in quite regularly now, and he said now he's moving into the next stage of his life without the wife, and the memorial and all that's behind him. So he seemed to be quite relieved.
Yeah, no, that was really sad news, and well, those are just tough things to go through. So, all right, Mike. Well, I know you want to get over to Nevada and chat with those guys, unless there's anybody else that wants to jump in. So I'm going to say 73 and let you get back on the net. K6MYC and the group from KW6T.
Okay, Russ. Well, let me go back up and finish up with Rich. I don't hear Jerry in there tonight, Rich, but thanks very much for being there. I missed you on all the bands except this one over the week. Maybe we'll hear you tomorrow night on 6 meters. Who knows? 73, Sir Rich, and back to you for your final. KD6 Sugar Whiskey in Reading, Charlie November 80, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07.
Yeah, I'll sit here, Mike, KD6 shortwave. We'll go to try. I didn't hear you last night on 432 back here. It was 73,
Oh boy, you were down on that one, Rich. I didn't get much. I heard you the whole time, but I didn't copy very much. I'm sorry. The band just kind of collapsed on us here. 73s, and maybe we'll hear you tomorrow night. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters, and then we'll look for you again on Wednesday night, Rich, and hopefully Jerry will be in there. 73, my friend. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Reading. K6MYC, clear. One last call for anybody left in the San Joaquin Valley, Sacramento area. Over. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Nevada. Here we are up in Nevada. KD6BQ. KD6BQ. First for you, Richard, if you're in there, KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 on generator power, over.
Oh, are you having a storm up there?
The wind's been blowing like mad. The power's out in the whole valley, which is actually good because it dropped my noise floor by 10 dB, over.
Well, that's good. It means you can hear me for a change. Yeah, you're way down at a level which normally you would not hear me based on your signal strength here. But I'm glad that the background noise is down by 10 dB. Let's see how you're doing with Ken. Go ahead, Ken. WA60IB, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Richard. KD6BQ and the gang, WA60IB. You're a little light tonight, but copyable, over.
KD6BQ. Signals aren't that great tonight. Your both are under what my normal noise floor would be, but that 10 dB makes a big difference, over.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah, it'll upswing here pretty quick, because you always do. Anyway, good to hear you. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, and we should see maybe Eric in here tonight. Eric, I think, is back, so let's see. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7VAZ. I wonder if you're with us tonight, Eric. K6MYC, over.
N7VAZ, 1193, over.
I got your 1193 in good shape, and let's see if Ken is copying you. WA60IB. How about it?
Not even a peep. Nothing at all.
Well, be darned. Okay, because he's quite good here. That's Eric, N7VAZ in Reno, 1189. 1189, right? Eric, you said it, and then I forgot it right away, over.
1193, and I do copy WA60IB very lightly, but I can't hear him, over.
Yeah, he's got you, Ken, but it's a power differential. I think you're only running about 100 watts, right, Eric?
Roger, roger.
Is it coming up at all for you, Ken?
Yeah, I can hear his voice in there, but I can't make anything out, but I can tell he's there.
Oh, that's weird, because he's really quite strong here, armchair copy. Well, thank you, Eric. Good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you Wednesday and then Thursday on 432. That'll be good. Thanks for checking in, Eric. Always good to hear you when you get back from your trips here. Hi. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu Reno, K6MYC cleared, now looking for KE7UQL. KE7UQL. How about you, Daniel? How about Larry, N7 Whiskey Tango? Oh, that's unusual to not have Daniel in here. He must be sleeping on the floor there or something, Richard. Maybe you can work Daniel up. Can you call him from where you are, Richard?
Yeah, roger there. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, KE6BQ. Mike is calling you. Are you around, Daniel? Over.
Well, maybe he got in the contest and he's just worn out. Over.
Yep, negative on Daniel. Negative on Daniel. I did play a little bit on the contest and picked up 6 new countries.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I worked a little bit of stuff on 40 meters, but I'm not collecting countries. But it was fun on Saturday night on 40 meters for a while, and a little bit on 10 today. 10 was gangbusters through the whole weekend. Ken, N6RO, had 1,600 plus contacts on 10 meters. That was their big band. Over.
Yeah, 10 meters was what I did most of. I was afraid to deploy the stepper on 40 meters. The winds were very high here, 50 plus mile an hour winds, and so I didn't turn it. I used it mostly on 10 meters and used the 180-degree electronic rotation function, so I didn't move the antenna over.
Understand. Okay, very good. Well, at least you got a chance to play a little bit. Too bad about the wind. That may be why why Daniel's not in here. Sometimes when wind gets bad, he honkers down there. And I haven't heard Larry now for about a week and a half, so hopefully he's okay. Anyway, we'll let you go. Thank you very much for being there and helping out with Eric. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters, I hope. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yep, roger. I'll be here. I was going to make a trip to Utah this week, but that got changed here at the last minute, so I'll be here. So we'll look for it tomorrow night. And I got to figure out if I can complain to the power company about the 10 dB extra noise, because it makes a huge difference. I would not be hearing you tonight if it wasn't for my low noise force. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 24973, Mike.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you've been Q5 here, so you can tell I have a lower noise floor by far than you do, because many times I know you do not hear well. And I just assume that do you think that's all power line noise? Is that power line noise from somewhere, or can you identify where it's coming from?
Well, I'd have to beam around to see if I could peek it up. But this is basically when I'm pointing south towards you, I'm pointing right over the lake. So this is a low noise direction, and it drops 10 dB by the power being off. So pretty interesting. At this point, with the local noise this low, I might even benefit a little from a preamp. I'm down at minus 145 dBm, which is pretty much the noise for the receiver. Over.
Wow, that's good. Okay. Well, I guess you're not very strong at all tonight. Overall, this is the weakest I've heard you in a long time. Are you running full power with the generator, or are you back down on your power output? Over.
No, we're running full blast. In fact, it's probably running a little more because the generator voltage is slightly higher than the line voltage, so we're actually running maybe a little bit more. But yeah, we're running full blast here. Over. It's just
okay, full bore power. Okay, and perhaps a little bit more even. Okay. Well, the band is just not very good. It was okay in the early part, but I think we're suffering that transition from daylight to darkness, and I think that always gets a little flaky at this time of night sometimes. 73's Richard. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6, and look forward to it. Here. KD6BQ with WA60IB. How about you, Rob? Did you want to catch him, or is he too weak for you, Rob? Over. Rob must be down eating dinner, or maybe he's. I didn't get Rob in here tonight very much, but he didn't. He usually breaks in if he wants to say hi to people.
Yeah, Mike, I just went into the laundry room to get the laundry out. I knew you'd call me as soon as I left.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, do you want to say hello to Richard? He's not very strong tonight.
Yeah, sometimes I've been hearing him okay, and other times not. How you doing, Richard? KD6BQ, KM6SRR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. KM6SRR, KD6BQ. You're actually a fair bit stronger than Mike tonight for some reason, over.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, you came up sounding good. Yeah, I've got you a little bit more to the west than I normally get you at, so maybe it's just different path.
Yeah, so you're all about 5 dB above my noise floor, which makes you Q5. But if my normal noise floor, you would be uncopyable, over.
I don't know if you're still talking. You dropped out for me there. KM6SRR.
He said you're 5 dB above his normal floor, noise floor, but if he had the noise in there, you'd be 10 dB, 5 dB below the noise, and he wouldn't hear you. So conditions are not really good tonight. Good night, Richard. 73s. Hopefully your weather clears up there. KD6BQ, K6MYC, and I guess we've got Eddie. The only reason to go back down south would be to try and see if Rich is in there. Rick, KB6RQU, over.
Yeah, we can try. I don't know if he comes in later. Did you have some people you wanted to get out of the Bay Area?
Well, I'll go back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed, yeah. We'll see what we find there. But we probably won't get anybody. We haven't been doing very good on that lately. There we are. Let's see. Well, let's see. Santa Cruz, KW6S, AF6 United, K6MYC. Are you guys in there tonight at all? And they must be doing something else. Sometimes they have company. Let me go back into the Bay Area. Bay Area. Late checks and missed. AB6SR. How about you, Stan?
Stan is probably still drinking his Merlot.
Oh, okay. Hi, Gary. We almost missed you there. Missed you a couple of times this last week. Okay, WB6WNI, 1090 K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike. It's funny you were saying that we're having company. We did. One of the days we had a dog emergency, so I couldn't be on Thursday. That dog's back better now, but yes, we've had company that sort of drifted away from the radio, but things are fine. I mean, the dog's back to normal. It was not quite as good on Thursday, but back. So, anyway, yeah, nice day down here. I got a couple of local hams in the area using this frequency, so if you're ever pointed this way, you never know. We chit-chat just to try to drum up business. Back to you, Mike.
Now listen, tomorrow night you might listen for K6UYH. He's in Saratoga, not too far from 280, down Quito Road toward 280. And he can't hear me at all on 6 meters, so you might keep an ear out. He hasn't heard anybody, really. He said he heard a couple of locals, but not very strong. So I'm just trying to determine if he's got something wrong on 6. So KD6UYH, tomorrow his name is Chris. And on Quito Road, almost not on Quito Road, but down Quito Road towards 280 there, over.
Mike, oh yes, I've already worked him. You're correct. I will pay more attention because a couple of weeks ago, not recently, a couple of weeks ago, he asked me if the net had already gone by. And I said it had. But I can hear him perfectly, Mike. So if he's on, he's generally an S9 at my location. So if I hear Chris, I will definitely relay for you.
Yeah, well, that's good because I want to check him in, number one, but I also want to figure out why he isn't hearing anything from me on 6. You know what I'm running, and it should be adequate to get through almost anything, but I'm thinking that a 40-meter off-center fed dipole that he's using on 6 must have a null right in our direction here, and that's the only thing I can think of. Tomorrow he's going to try the vertical. He's got a vertical on 6, but you'll still hear him. All right, Gary, let's see if Ken's still in here. Ken, are you copying Gary over there east in San Jose, Campbell area? Well, looks like Ken took off after we worked Nevada there. How about you, Rob? You hearing anything from Gary?
Just on the stream.
Okay, Ken, did you say something? No, I guess not. Okay, very good. Anyway, Gary, we'll let you go. You might take a quick standby and see if there's anybody else in there. I'm still missing Stan, AB6SR, and perhaps one or two others that I haven't heard WB6J and JMN, I guess is the call. John over there, haven't heard him now for a week or two. He was doing really good, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. So stay a standby and see if there's anybody that you're hearing that I'm not, Gary, over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have, it's been very quiet. I'm glad you mentioned quiet because it is, the noise level tonight is as low as I've ever seen it. So I can hear almost anybody. Now, I did not hear, well, maybe Rob did not transmit, but I did not hear anything. But the noise level has been very low this evening. It's a beautiful copy. But I will, I just would like to know, any Bozo members, Bay Area Bozo members, come now? Mike, dead silent.
What'd you hear, a cricket?
Yes, these crickets want to check in. No, it is quiet. Oh, well. Anyway, nice talking to you. We will do this test tomorrow with Chris and see if we can hear him. Until then, 73 Mike, K6NYC, 679.
All right, Gary, 73. Thanks for checking in here, and I guess we'll close the net with that. Maybe we'll get K6MTS or some of the locals here to check in before we shut her down. I'm missing John, K6MI. I'm surprised he's not in here. Anyway, good evening all. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Mike, thanks. KB6RQU, old Bozo 61. Are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KB6RQU, KM6SRR with K6MYC. Standing by. Nothing, Mike.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. KB6RQU. Okay, or anybody in Bodfish, or Lake Isabella, K6MYC Bozo Net. N6SWR Bakersfield. How about it, Ben? Ben's long gone. All right, we're done, Rob. Count them up.
I got 38. I may have missed a few. The old-time radio net was on, and I think I lost a couple early on.
Okay, well, I'll write down 38. I'll go in and have Judy send you a picture if we got more than that. Over.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I got to go pick the wife up at the airport. At the time now, she's coming in at about 12:15, 12:30.
Well, we'll get this turned around real quickly. I think I could have as many as 40 in here. I got 4 rows of almost 10 or more, and then a couple of extras. So I think I may have a couple that you don't have. So I'll get Judy to count it quickly and photograph it, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Good night, Aaron, if you're still listening there, and anybody else that's listening. This is Mike, K6MYC, Denmark, Mexico 07, closing the 2-meter 144-240 Bozo Net on Sunday night, K6MYC clear. Good night, all.
Yeah, good night, Mike. I should be around tomorrow night. but may or may not actually be home. But I should be able to run the stream. I'm driving over to Pinnacles National Park tomorrow, and I'm going to go play on the radio over there. So hopefully not going to be getting home too late. So we'll see what happens. K6USY.
Okay, POTA.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there and do POTA. I've activated Yosemite and Kings Canyon and Sequoia, and I figure I need to go over and grab Pinnacles real quick. That's the last national park that we have in our backyard.
Yeah, and it's probably pretty sure too. Not too many people go there, much less for radio. 7-3, good luck. Drive safe.
Yeah, it should be pretty good for a Monday, and definitely didn't want to do that one in the summer. It can get pretty hot over there. K6USY. Go ahead, Rob.
Thank you, Aaron. Hey, Mike, I got the 220 second hole loop up. I didn't have a chance to do any testing on it. I just set it up like the other one. And what's interesting is the loop halves were different shaped.
A different what?
They were a different shape. One was bent a little bit long one way and short the other way compared to the other one I had.
That's odd.
The original one I had was a little bit off similar way, so I just kind of duplicated it. I know the first single one seemed to be working okay.
Yeah, well, they're going to work okay. It's just why there would be any differences beyond me.
Anyway, I got it up there, and I soldered up and got my stuff going, so all I need to do is just hook in the amp and just plug it in.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll look forward to hearing you. Thank you. Good night, all. I'm in the house. K6MYC going in by the fire.
Hey, Mike, what wattage do you put into the amp?
What am I doing on 220 for power?
Yeah, what wattage do you put to drive your amp?
I think about. Well, I'm not driving. I'm driving the amp from the transverter. Transverter puts out 25 watts, so I'm probably driving it with 25 over.
Okay. Yeah, my 736R I don't think puts out that much.
Well, you can't hurt it then, can you?
Yep, that's true.
There you go.
Okay, we'll say 73 Mike, K6NYC, KM6SR.
73.